Hey, my darling, my sweetie, my sugar plum, my cutesy pie, and all those other super cringy couple nicknames. I don't know, I never really liked those things. But hey, you're never gonna guess. Yes, I am happy. Turns out my parents got declined for the loan. They got declined for the loan. So that means I'm not moving. I know. I'm excited too. I mean, I'm not very happy that they got declined for the loan. Yikes. How bad is Papa's credit? 'Cause you already know Dad isn't the one putting it on his record. Well, anyways, it doesn't matter. Either way, I am not moving. I'm staying here with you forever in this small, cramped little town that really has no significance to anybody except people who lived and grew up here. You know, the air smells so much more refreshing now, knowing that I'm gonna smell the same old air for the next who knows how many years. It's wonderful. Come on, take a whiff of the air with me. Pretty nice, huh? You gotta learn to appreciate the little things. The air, the food, the warmth, and the comfort. If you don't appreciate the little things, you can't expect to appreciate the big things. Because then it's just being spoiled. I mean, if you get a PS5, but you're not grateful for how many hours your parents had to work to get you one, then what was the point of you even getting one, if you're just going to be an ungrateful child? Did you hear that some people don't even thank their parents or friends or anybody after they get a gift? I couldn't imagine. Even if you don't like the gift, it's always polite to thank them for it and accept it anyways. Keep in mind, you can always exchange it or return it. But you can't exchange or return the person who got it for you and inevitably realizes how selfish you are. The only time that it's appropriate to decline a gift is if it's for, a personal reason, like someone gets you a bouquet of roses, but you're allergic to roses, or something like that. But even then, you don't have to be rude about it. Unless you told them 100 times, then maybe, But you get what I mean. There are certain circumstances, but in most cases, you just gotta be thankful for things. And unfortunately for me, I never was. I'd always thank people, but for some reason I just never really appreciated the little things. I gave off the illusion that I did, but I never actually did. I was a polite person. I always said please and thank you. I minded my manners. I always kept my elbows off the table and all that other stuff, but I never really felt polite inside. I just did it because I thought that was what was expected of me. Well, now, having my whole life almost uprooted, it changed me. And for the better, I must say. Because now I appreciate things more. Notice how once I was instantly threatened with losing everything, I suddenly wanted it all the more? That's a common psychological thing. I took a psych class last year, but it was really confusing and hard to keep up with, but I remember the teacher talking about that. When something is threatened to be taken away from you, you want it all the more. Like if you get in trouble and your parents parents take away your internet access or your phone access or something, then suddenly you think, ooh, I really, really want it now. Well, you shouldn't have acted up. And I never used to get that. I used to think, it's so unfair that Dad and Papa took away my phone just because I said that comment. But, I mean, now I still get upset over it, but at least I understand it more. You know, you are the best person that I've ever known. And, for the sake of time, can we pretend we never broke up? 'Cause, reasonably, we never did. You still kept trying to text and call me every day, and I thought about you every day. So, can we just consider that just a temporary little break? I mean, for the sake of our anniversaries. Thank you. You really are the best person I've ever met. And I was more afraid of losing you than anything else. I mean, I don't care about losing the town I grew up in or the friends that I made here as much as I miss you. So if I could have taken you with me for the move, I would have been all for it. But because I couldn't, it forced me to miss you more than I had any right to. Or so I say. I didn't think it was fair the way you were making me feel about you, but that was my own feeling, so it's my own fault. So, I love you. That was kind of random. I just kind of blurted that out. Well, anyways, you've been really great this past week and a half to me. You've been an amazing person, an even better listener. Wow, you stayed for this whole journey, and I must thank you for that. Thank you so much. I was a mess for most of it. But you've been an even better partner to me than you have been a person or as a listener. You are the best partner I could ever ask for, and I mean that. You were willing to be there for me every step of the way. So that's gonna get you some brownie points. I'm joking, of course, but if you're comfortable with it, it could still get you a kiss. Alright, here you go.